My apologies, President.
That's a copy. Thank you, Chief. Yesterday I did indicate that I had finished with questions, Your Worship, but when the court adjourned, there was an aspect that the court sought clarity on. It was when I was actually looking through the exhibits that I actually found something. So before my colleague proceeds, Your Worship, I would request to just clarify that aspect.
Defense, do you have any objection?
No objection by the defense, Your Worship.
Thank you. Before I allow the state to continue, and we then place on record that before this matter was called, the state, the defense, and the court in chambers proceeded to number the exhibit bundle. The court places the following on record: that the photo album, state make a note somewhere, you still need the 212 that goes with the photo album. The 212 statement that goes with the photo album. For now, the photo album is marked A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6, A7, A8. The statement of the applicant, marked Exhibit B, the extract from the occurrence book, entries made, Exhibit C, the extract from the SAP S13, Exhibit D, and the postmortem report, Exhibit E. May the state and the defense please confirm the exhibit bundle so they can to the record.
Your Worship, I do confirm.
Your Worship, the defense confirms same, and we are in receipt of same.
Thank you. Just place your full names on the record again, please.
About the protector.
The court is warning you that you are still under oath to speak the truth and nothing else but the truth. Do you understand?
I do, Your Worship.
Thank you, sir.
As copies. Sergeant, to remember, yesterday the court highlighted an aspect in the postmortem. Yes, and this was at page 7 of the postmortem. Yeah, if you may go there, sir.
I'm on page 7.
Thank you. Now, under the postmortem, there is that table, you remember, I showed you, that says specimens retained. Okay, now, under specimens retained, it has 4 columns actually. And yes, we are more interested in the first 3 columns. Now, you did explain to the court what the results with regards to the exhibits on row 1, row 2, and row 3. Then there was this last row, the very last row, wherein the exhibit has a D7 in it, in brackets. Yeah? Yes. Now, right, just read the seal number in column 3 of row number 4.
21D 78F 8431TF.
And then the back number is
PW 300 120 2286.
Very well. Let's go to the report, the DNA report.
Yes. Yes, I'm on it.
Very well. On the first page. You will see where it reflects the exhibits, the exhibit numbers as you have read in the postmortem report.
Yes, I do.
All right. And what does the analyst say?
4.1. Not enough DNA was obtained from the exhibits.
That was the result of the conclusion. Thank you. I don't need more further questions.
Thank you, detectives.
Thank you, Bashir. Good morning, Sergeant Tico.
Good morning, Mr. Naidu.
For the sake of the record, can I simply refer to you as Sergeant, just to speed up the process?
It's fine.
Thank you, sir. Okay. Sergeant, when you testified in your examination in chief, you confirmed that an alternate address was given to you by the accused?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And you also confirmed that you had requested an address outside of the Gauteng province because of fear of the safety of the accused?
That's true.
Slow, please.
Sorry, Your Worship. Is it also correct that the defense was willing to supply you with an address in the Randburg area, which was closer to the accused's work address, and you do not feel that this would be suitable for the purpose of bail?
That is not true.
So in your previous answer, you stated that you requested an address outside of the Gauteng province in KZN.
I received an address outside Gauteng.
Yes. And you've also, through telephonic conversations, requested that the accused reside outside of the province for our own safety.
Can you please repeat that question?
I said that as per a telephonic conversation with myself, you requested that an address be furnished outside of the Gauteng province because of the accused safety. You felt that it would not be safe if a Johannesburg address was furnished to you to verify.
I received a message from you giving
Would you prefer her living as opposed to her mother's address?
as safety for me is inside because outside is not safe for her.
So it is your submission that South African accused persons are safer in a prison cell than out in the community?
Only in circumstances like in this case. Not in all circumstances that I would say a person has to sit inside.
You've been a police officer for almost 20 years, correct?
That's true.
And of those 20 years, how many years have been as a detective?
Let me count. "17 years."
17.
Yes.
So, of all the dockets you've carried, every time there's a public outcry, an accused should be refused bail. Is that your testimony?
That is not true.
Are you aware of other matters that you or maybe colleagues of yours have been the investigating officer in where there was major public outcry, maybe a rape matter, a murder matter, and the accused was still granted bail in your 17 years?
No.
Sorry? Are you not aware, or
On my case,
not this particular case, on other matters, that
The one-
other dockets that you maybe have been the investigating officer in?
the one I had recently, there was a public outcry. The suspect remained inside until he was sentenced in High Court. So the ones that I know, I cannot talk for other people. I'll talk for myself with the experience I have in cases like this.
But you concede that there's been, in your 20 years, there's been a lot of matters where there's public outcry, it's a sensitive issue, maybe another murder matter, a rape matter, where there's general public outcry, people protesting.
Worship, I'm rising to raise an objection.
Thank you.
Concern as well. It's fine. I accept my colleague where my colleague is going with the question, but then each case is decided according to its own merits and circumstances. Now, if my colleague can then bring it in and I accept he wants to ask that question, but then you must say those circumstances that he refers to are closely similar or the same as these ones that were dealing with insofar as the applicant is concerned.
I don't think you can take it any further because the answer is, in his experience, in relation to these matters, this has never happened. But you are free to argue.
As a copy. I'll reserve that for argument in state case law, Your Worship. Now, Mr. Tiko, you confirm that the alternate address has been verified.
That's true.
And you also confirm that the accused was residing with the mother at the time of her arrest.
That is true.
Now, the alternate address was supplied in the attempt of expediting the matter if the court requires an alternate address. The court has not ruled that the accused is not permitted to live at her mother's house, correct?
I'm not sure about that one.
Okay. So, when an accused person applies for bail, it will automatically be assumed that when they are released on bail, they will go back to their residence, their home, to live up until the finalization of the matter. Is that correct?
To provide an address that is accepted by court.
Yes. What I'm saying is that you effected an arrest.
That is correct.
The accused was arrested at her mother's home.
That is correct.
If she was granted bail, let's say on an unopposed basis, she would have been released after paying that amount of bail and she would have went back to reside with her mother. Is that the normal? Unless the court orders that an alternate address be provided or the accused relocates to another address. Is that correct?
I don't understand your question.
Let me rephrase. Thank you, Bishop. Now, as an investigating officer, when you make an arrest, a person is arrested, the docket is compiled, an address is supplied, a home residential address is supplied to you, correct? Now, let's assume you are not opposed to the accused's release on bail. You will then verify that address, or you will confirm that the person was arrested at that residential address and you have no objection to the person continuing to reside there. Is that the normal?
If a situation permits so, that is the right way of doing things. If the situation permits so.
Yes, sir, it's not a trick question. I'm not trying to trick you into conceding to anything. I'm just asking you if it's a proper functioning of how the bail process works.
Yes, if the address is verified and as an investigating officer, you are certain with what you have verified, and you put it to court to say, I allow that the suspect can reside at this address. That is the way of doing things.
Yes. And if an alternate address is provided to you, it is only provided on the basis if the court orders that the accused relocate to this particular address, correct?
I don't understand this question.
Okay. So, generally, if bail is granted, the accused can go back to reside at their home. If, under certain circumstances, the court feels that it is not in the best interest of justice that the accused returns to her place of residence, and the court orders that she must relocate outside of the jurisdiction of Roodepoort or outside of the province, that is the only time an alternate address is supplied to the investigating officer. Is that not correct?
It depends. Anytime I receive an alternative address, I can verify that address, not only when, like, we hear. Say, for instance, you have given me the address of Verulam before I could even hear that from court. But I didn't want to delay the justice. I had to do that. So I didn't wait for the court to say, go verify the alternative address. So if I know I have to verify an address, irrespective of whether here or out, I will verify an address.
No, and thank you for that, for going beyond the call of duty to expedite the matter. The reason why I supplied you with the alternate address on the accused's first appearance is to avoid a situation where the accused comes 7 days later and then you ask for an alternate address and the matter has to be postponed for another 7 days for you to verify it. You understand? It was just to expedite the matter. It was not as though the court ordered the accused to supply an alternate address. Do you agree with that?
Yes, I understand you.
Okay, thank you. So
let's remedy the record. You are therefore, in essence, saying that you gave the alternative address to the investigating officer.
that's correct. I was being proactive, Your Worship.
Thank you. So let's proceed.
Thank you, Worship. So, in saying that, it is not as though the accused has requested to go live in the KZN area until the finalization of this matter, correct?
No, I don't understand your question.
Okay. At any stage, is there any correspondence between between my office and yourself, or where the accused, while she was being formally charged by yourself, requested or supplied an alternate address, insisting that if bail is granted, she wants to go and relocate to KZN and live with her father?
No, that never happened.
It never happened.
No.
So when you testified yesterday, you objected to bail on the basis that the accused wants to relocate to KZN and it would not be feasible for you to monitor her, especially with the signing of bail condition, etc. Correct?
That's true.
So, in saying that, if the accused is granted bail and she at her own risk wishes to reside with her mother, that's still an option available to her, correct?
I don't understand your question.
Okay. You have fears and concern for the accused's safety,
That's true.
correct? If the accused is willing to be granted bail and she will go reside with her mother,
I'll oppose and leave it to the court to decide based on those reasons that you were referring to.
but a mother's address is still an option available to her. Do you agree with that?
That is you telling me that. Myself, I'm saying, because at the end of the day, we want the justice to be served. I cannot, if you're saying at her own risk, that her own risk may not bring justice at the end of the day if she's not here to answer to whatever charges that she has to answer to.
So, is it your evidence that we are living in a society where civilians who are arrested persons, accused, who are innocent until proven guilty, are not safe to go back and return to society because of fear that they may be killed?
That is not my evidence.
So what is your fear and concern?
It's for her to be killed or to be harmed outside.
Yes. So in essence, you are saying that if the accused is released on bail, normal civilians, people sitting in the gallery, could attack and kill her. So we are not safe in the society.
Given the reasons I placed before this court yesterday, I understand that if she is outside, she is not safe. Because people have had the outcry they had. So I cannot then say it's good for her to be outside because I know what is waiting for her outside. I'm not saying with the public outcry, I'll always say no, a person doesn't have to go outside, but for her own safety, it's not safe for her to be outside.
Have you ever been to prison, sir? With
Yes.
all due respect.
Yes.
Have you ever shared a cell that's designed for 20 people with 80 people?
Don't answer the
So,
question.
sorry, Worship, I'll withdraw that. Okay, so prison is not a safe place either, sir. People get stabbed there on a daily basis. People get killed in prison. What guarantee can you give this court that the accused will be safe in prison as opposed to being released on bail?
I know prisons to be a safe place if then you know of dangers that you have experienced. Maybe you can share them with this court that there are those, what have you mentioned? You mentioned knives to stab people. What I know, prisons are safe places for people to be there when they're supposed to be there.
Are you speaking of South African prisons? This country? Do you have any stats to back that up? That prisons are safe, sir? I'll withdraw that question, Your Worship.
Thank you. I'll give you a point. Proceed.
As it pleases. So, your opposition to bail is that the accused's life will be in danger if she is granted bail.
Not only that one.
Okay. Do you consider the accused to be a flight risk?
Given the chance, she can.
No. You had sight of the affidavit,
Yes, I did.
the bail affidavit of the accused,
Yes, I did.
and reference is made to Annexure D of the bail affidavit, which is the letter from Bishop Paul Veron. I know you were not cross-examined on the document, but did you consult with General Kakana to verify the correctness of the contents of that letter?
Yes, I did.
Okay. I'm going to refer you to the specific parts that I need verified. And it says, in her presence, sorry, Worship, let me just start with it. She was having difficulty in procuring the post-mortem report from the police, and I offered, in her presence, to phone Major General Kakana.
What paragraph?
Oh, sorry, Worship, it's the first paragraph. It's the third line from the top. You should maybe just start from the first line, because the date is, sorry. Okay. It says, my first appointment with her was on 30th May 2025, and during my discussion with her, the cause of her son's death raised itself. She was having difficulty in procuring the post-mortem report from the police, and I offered in her presence to phone Major General Kakana, a commissioner of the South African Police Services. In this first session with her, I phoned the general and informed him that my phone was on speaker so that the mother of the child could hear his guidance. He made it very clear to me that the police investigation was well advanced, and as usual in these cases, the nearest relatives are amongst the chief suspects. He was expecting an arrest to be made shortly. Did you speak to him and confirm that conversation?
I spoke to him. I asked him about this conversation. All he said to me was that the answer he gave to the bishop was that the investigation was in its advanced stages.
So he denied the balance.
I'm not saying
of
it
the
tonight.
content.
I'm telling you about the part that he gave me. He told me so that the investigation was in its advanced stages.
So if the defense had to call the bishop to testify and the bishop had to confirm the content, then you'd obviously have to accept the bishop giving viva voce evidence, confirming the contents, correct?
That will be accepted by the court.
Okay, fair enough. Now, in saying that, you confirm that you were contacted on the 2nd of June by my officers for a meeting to be held with you.
You're saying I was contacted.
Contacted telephonically.
I have spoken to you a number of times. I have never kept records as to when, time, dates you called me, but I always spoke to you whenever you wanted to talk to me.
Okay. Do you confirm a meeting with myself, you, and Lieutenant Colonel Sia King on the 19th of June?
I cannot recall the date, but we had a meeting at my branch commander's office.
Correct. And during that meeting, is it correct that the letter which is referred to as Annexure Annexure E, the letter to the Provincial Commissioner was handed to Lieutenant Colonel Sia King in your presence?
I know you left a letter.
Did you not read the contents of that letter?
No, I never read it.
It wasn't placed in the docket?
No, it's not in the docket.
Is there any reason why it pertained to this matter?
No, I cannot give answer to that question.
Is it also correct that you were advised that should the accused or any of her family members be required for questioning, even to give a statement, that our officers will voluntarily bring them to your offices so that an interview can be conducted, a statement can be obtained? Can you recall that?
You mentioned that to me.
So you confirm that?
Yes.
Now, if you consider the accused to be a flight risk, why would you go through all of through such lengths to have an attorney meet with you, to offer to voluntarily come to you, to give a written statement if required by yourself, if she intended fleeing?
Which statement are you referring to?
The statement where I referred to the previous question, that the accused and the family members, if required, were willing to come to your offices and give you a statement.
I don't understand your question, because I have never obtained statements from them after I have spoken to you.
Yes.
Only one thing I did was to execute the warrant of arrest. Now you're talking like I obtained statements from your client after I have spoken to you.
Okay, let me rephrase. The accused, as far back, according to my instructions.
Just 1 second.
Sorry, Your Worship.
Whose cell phone went off now? Whose cell phone went off now? Please stand.
Ya man cellphone lang.
apologize for interrupting the record.
Thank you. May I proceed? Let's go, please. So what I'm saying is that as far back, according to my instructions, as far back as the 30th of May 2025, the accused was aware that she, along with her immediate family members, were suspects in this matter. You may deny it, but that is my instructions, that after the conversation with the bishop and General Kakana, she was aware that she is a suspect and there's a possibility that she may be arrested and charged for this matter.
I cannot say anything to that.
It is also my instructions that the accused thereafter requested that I meet with you and Lieutenant Colonel Sia Keng to advise you all that she is aware that she and her family members may be suspects in your investigation. And this meeting was concluded on the 19th of June 2025. Now on that day, through my officers and myself,
The questions become rejected.
sorry, Yoshi, may I just,
Yes.
because
It's just
you didn't understand the question.
the response.
Okay, on the 19th of June, the offer was made to you that should the accused be required to come to the station to make a statement, she will voluntarily present herself. If she was a suspect and was going to be arrested, we will voluntarily bring her to your officers. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Can you explain why there was a need for a warrant of arrest to be authorized for the accused when she was willingly, offered to willingly come to your office and hand herself over if she was to be arrested in this matter?
This law firm, Uresh Dorasami, I believe it has its policies. So we, SAPS, we have our own way of doing or performing our duties. When you came to us and told us how are we supposed to effect an arrest, we had to listen to you because we respected you, but we knew how we're supposed to execute our duties. Hence we did it the way we did it.
No, so with all respect, I didn't dictate to you how you should do your job or effect arrest. What I'm saying is that if the accused, if you needed to arrest the accused, why was there a need to go with a warrant of arrest, execute it? You could have contacted us and voluntarily said, please can you hand your client over? She was willing to do that from the outset.
Now, we only entertain you when we have a 14 number of the suspect. When you come as a legal representative to say, I'm here for my client, you'll be gladly allowed to see your client. So you wanting to hand over your suspect, that was not a way for us to perform our duties. The way we executed the warrant, that is how we work. If you wanted us to do it your way, unfortunately, that was not the way we do our duties.
Was the accused afforded an opportunity to phone her attorney after she was arrested?
Yes.
My instructions are that she was never given an opportunity.
All she wanted was to smoke because she was about to die. When I offered,
To die, sir, you're on record.
that is her.
Under oath.
That is her. She said she's losing her breath. That is her saying that. It's not me. All she said was for her to be okay. I said, can I offer a phone to make a call? She said no. All she wanted was a cigarette, and I offered her that opportunity because I didn't want to see her dying.
Well, the accused will deny that she was afforded an opportunity to phone her attorney.
That is her saying that.
But in saying that, even out of professional courtesy, is there anything stopping you from contacting me and saying, Mr. Naidu, your client, the warrant of arrest has been executed. We've been communicating as gentlemen up until her arrest, you can come and meet your client at Roodepoort SCPS. Was there anything prohibiting you from contacting me?
Nothing.
And did you contact me?
No.
But somehow, somebody contacted the press. Because on the arrival of the accused, all the reporters were lined up with cameras.
I don't know who contacted the press.
But she wasn't afforded, or you didn't have the courtesy to contact her attorney.
No. I asked her if she wanted to make a call. She said no.
Okay. So apart from the accused safety and your presumption that she's a flight risk or she might flee, what other grounds of opposition do you have?
As we spoke yesterday, that if she goes to another province and the court gives conditions, for an example, for her to sign, will be giving KZN police officers work in a case whereby, as it was said in this court, in a case whereby a case is scheduled for 2 weeks, whereby she's going to be attending Monday to Friday, that can make it difficult for her to be from KZN to Joburg. The public outcry is the main thing to me. As I said, I feel like she'll be harmed if she finds herself in the communities, whether here or in KZN.
So if the accused are to supply you with an alternate address in Johannesburg, would you be satisfied with that as an alternate address as opposed to KZN?
For an address is an address. As I said, my main reason is her safety outside. Outside, she'll never be safe. Yes, I'm not an expert to say I'll be going with her wherever she goes, but the public outcry, I was asked by court to bring the memorandum of things that were handed over to Florida management. They speak for themselves how community react to the situation. If then she finds herself out of this court, we may not have proceedings to this case going forward.
So you're still afraid that members of the public will attack and kill the accused?
Yes.
Then you'll have more work to do.
Let's pause the proceeding. Petition. As part of the executive council.
So I think I'm not sure if he has received.
Which is
I was in
confirmed.
the process of receiving.
Thank you. This is confirmed the petition.
Your worship, I have not been given.
Yes, please.
Oh, sorry, your worship.
Can you kindly have 3 sets, Fadi? 3 sets of copies. Everything. 3 sets, please, Fadi.
Yeah, approach the bench.
Thank you.
Yes, Your Worship.
State, and I want to raise the aspect of this other principles that we
Sorry, Your Worship.
yesterday.
Yes, Your Worship.
There's other things the court also requested to be included in the exhibit bundle. For example, extract from the school.
Yes, Your Worship.
The other thing is the, as I said, the 212 statement goes with the state outcome. And what else? The actual photograph of the lips at the court officer is also what we powder.
As God please.
Please just work with it.
Those are there in perhaps.
There was
Also, wait, can you just resolve the issue? Furthermore,
you should also the video, the recording.
yes.
That's not.
Furthermore, we marked the Occurence A1. But we marked the applicant affidavit A. So it's marked the applicant affidavit A2.
As God pleases.
May I approach the hearing officer? Thank you. I'm also requesting for permission to just go hand them to Officer Paddy, Your Worship, to just make a copy. Officer Zambis. Oh, thank you.
As God pleases, Your Worship. So we'll get back to the issue of the petition or memorandum. Mr. Diko? Sorry, sir. Sergeant?
I'm with you.
Okay,
Mr.
thank you.
Madu.
Just we'll get back to that issue of the memorandum and the safety of the accused at a later stage. Just to expedite proceedings, you also stated that in respect of the alternate address, that because the father was renting at the property, you were not happy with that situation, correct?
That's true.
So, is it your evidence that only people who own property should be released on bail? And those that are renting should be denied bail?
I'm not saying it's an evidence. Possibilities are that if there's a history that a person is moving from one address to the other, possibilities are that he or she may move to the other address. That may make us to have struggles in case the person doesn't come back to court to trace that person.
You agree that there's provisions in the Criminal Procedure Act that if an accused person during the proceedings or during the duration before the matter reaches trial elects to change his or her address, that notice must be given to the investigating officer and the court for that change of address to be effected.
What are you saying?
So, there are provisions in the Criminal Procedure Act that if an accused person is released on bail and for some reason chooses to change their residential address, for whatever reason, maybe they sold their current house, maybe for a job they have to relocate to another area, there is provisions in the Act that an accused person has to inform the investigating officer and the court of that change of address. Are you aware of that?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So in the same circumstances, if the accused father is renting and they decide to move to another residence, you can be informed and permission can be sought by this court for a change of address, correct?
Only if a person informs me, but if a person chooses not to, I may have problems.
So you don't have to try to be evasive. It's a simple yes or no question. In the current circumstances, if the accused is released on bail and she thereafter decides to change her address, she can inform you of same, correct? Yes or no?
If he chooses,
Yes.
if she chooses to, I will know that there's a new address.
Yes. And there are provisions that permit her to move addresses even if a trial is still pending?
I know.
It's not a matter of you know. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes. So in this circumstances, even if a person is renting and chooses to move to a new residence and continue renting, it does not prohibit the accused from being released on bail, correct? The fact that you are renting.
No, it doesn't.
So even if an accused lives in an informal settlement, they can still be permitted to bail, correct?
That is right.
Thank you. Yeah. Your Worship, could just bear with me? Try to find my exhibit. Okay. There. So you stated that there were some discrepancies about the time of the reporting of the missing person or the missing child and the events that unfolded thereafter. According to you, the applicant only reported the child missing at around 8 p.m. that night, correct?
That's true.
And from where did you gather that information?
From the docket.
Repeat the answer.
Your Worship.
From where did you get that
From
information?
From the docket, Your Worship.
Yes, what specifically in the docket?
Can I go through?
Yes, please.
Okay. A6 of 3. This is the statement for the applicant. On Tuesday, 2025-05-13, at around 1900 hours, Tato and Mpo came to fetch me. We went to pick up my mother from her place, open brackets, 11 St. Leader Complex, 8 Ivan Street, Florida, and we proceeded to Florida SAPS. Upon our arrival, I opened a missing file person as per file number 205-2025. Looking at the distance from Florida, from Fleerhof, stopping at Florida Lake, going to Florida Police Station, I would estimate that time. The statement for the missing file person that she made when she opened the case at Florida Police Station was commissioned as I handed it over yesterday or the day before yesterday at 2000 hours 26. So the timelines could be there, hence I'm saying around 8.
So if the accused my evidence is that the accused left Swazi Place around 7 p.m. and went to the police station, and it took almost an hour for the police to assist her and record the statement before it was commissioned at 2026. You're not in a position to dispute that, correct?
I don't understand your question.
So the accused evidence is that she left home, Swazi Place, at around 7 p.m. that night. She thereafter went straight to the Florida SAPS. The police initially interviewed her orally, where they were speaking to each other, and thereafter recorded a statement that was commissioned at 20:26 that night. So the accused will state that from 7 o'clock to about 8:30, she was at the station, or between that time, and it was almost an hour before the statement was actually commissioned.
An hour how?
For the
From
time-
7 to 26 minutes past 8.
Yes, initially the police were reluctant to open a missing persons report, so they were speaking to each other, she was giving a description, etc. At a later stage, they recorded the statement, and in the duration, it took more than an hour for all of that to transpire.
Okay, with times, let me give you this example. She took a bolt at 12 minutes past. I'm giving
We're
you.
going to get to that. We're going to get to that, sir.
I'm giving you time minutes of how you drive from between her place and
Yes,
Florida.
but so with all due respect, we'll get to that evidence.
No,
Each
I'm not,
time
I'm-
of the
I'm-
day
I'm-
is different.
I'm giving you times.
Okay.
I'm not in that. I'm giving you an example that we have here. She said 12 minutes past, 22 minutes past, that is 10 minutes from from her place to Florida.
Okay.
So if you are now to calculate from 1900 hours to the time the statement was commissioned, that is over an hour. That means if you are arguing the point of she was interviewed and she was denied, the time still, to me, it was still enough time for this work to have been done in that time frame.
Were you present on the night?
No.
So you cannot dispute. If the accused stated that she arrived at the station at 10 minutes past 7 that night, you cannot dispute that, correct?
No, I cannot.
Thank you. You have Exhibit B in the bundle, which is the applicant's missing persons report.
Exhibit B.
The court marked the exhibits with my colleague and I. It is the,
A.
it's not, it's A1 of the missing persons docket.
Yo.
2 of
All right.
2025.
A1 of the missing.
Yes,
All right.
I think it's,
Yes, I have.
okay. You agree there's a paragraph 1, 2, 3,
1, 2, 3. Yes, I see
5,
it. Yes,
6,
yes,
and then 5 again on the next page.
yes.
Okay. Now, can you read the first paragraph 5 for us? That's on the first page.
Paragraph 1 or 2.
Paragraph 5, sir.
Paragraph 5.
5 on page 1.
All right. On the same day, around 1500 hours, I waited for him to come home.
For my son.
Oh, I waited for my son to come home, but he did not arrive. I then called the transport, and he did tell me that, open brackets, Mr. Kumaro, that he dropped my son at 14:45 in a white Caravelle VW at the complex gate, open brackets, Swazi's Place, corner, Lily and Daffodil. I waited around till 1900 hours after I had been checking with my neighbor. Then I came to police station, Florida.
Okay. Now you say it takes about 10 minutes, correct?
Yes,
So if we make the arrival time between 10 past 7 and half past 7, it's realistic, correct?
that's true.
Okay. And then from half past 7 to 20:26 before the statement is commissioned, it's almost an hour, correct?
That's true.
So your estimation is she only reported the child missing around 8 o'clock. And the accused version that it was around 10 past 7 that evening.
I cannot dispute her version on when, what time, but here there are two versions of her, from the missing and when I obtained a statement. But I'm not there. I'm just giving you.
Totally understand. So I just want to get the point across. In your docket, did you take a statement from any of the educators at the school to confirm if the child, Jayden, came to school on the day?
One of my colleagues did.
Is that statement contained in the docket?
Yes.
Does it also give a description? Sorry, Your Worship. My apologies. I see you're still writing. Thank you, Your Worship. Does it also give a description of what clothing Jayden was wearing on the day in question?
Let me go to the statement.
Should we have leave to approach the accused while waiting? Thank you, Worship.
Yes. Oh, you wanted me to check what the child was wearing on the day.
Correct.
All right. Must I read it out?
Yes, please.
Or I must check if that is recorded. All right. On Tuesday, 2025-05-13 at about 7:20, I was officially on duty at the above-mentioned address, which is Royal College in Goldman, Florida, where I am an educator, class teacher for Jayden-Lee Meek, who is doing grade 6 at Royal College. On the very same day and time, which was 7:20, I found him already in class, as he was not a latecomer. He was at 7:20, Worship, in class, as he was not a latecomer. He was a calm student. He was wearing a school tracksuit which is red, and a white top with a navy stripe on the chest, a navy blue golf t-shirt. With school logo, red and white pants. He was in possession of his black school backpack Must I further?
No. That's fine, thank you. Do you also have a statement from the...
Let's make a copy for the record.
That's good, please.
I have the copy of the reported memorandum. So please, are you in possession of the memorandum?
Yes, Your Worship, I am.
Memorandum is F
As the court pleases.
for the record. Here's the copy of the photograph. This one. Let's get a copy of the statement that was read into the record, 36. Receipts. Give me 3 sets of the statement. Just hand it over.
I have given it, Your Worship.
I say thank you. 3 sets of that statement. Where is it?
She left, party left with the copy.
That statement. Proceed.
Thank you, Your Worship. So do you also have a statement from the day shift guard on the day in question?
Yes.
Just peruse the statement. We don't want to read the entire statement to the record. Can you try and find a paragraph where the description of the child's clothing is given in the statement?
All right. Yes.
It is.
Yes. Paragraph 3.
Paragraph 3. Okay. Can you tell us what's written there?
I did my duties throughout the day with no problems. On the day 2025-05-13 at around 1600 hours, I saw a white bus dropping off a young colored boy dressed in red jacket with a Royal College logo on it. He was also wearing a black short. I never saw or noticed the shoes he was wearing. The boy normally gets off around that time.
So you said black short.
He was dressed in red jacket with a Royal College logo on it. He was also wearing a black short.
Black short, yeah. Now, if I take you back to the missing persons report of the applicant. Paragraph 6.
Where do you see 6, Mr. Naidu? After 5.
After,
on the
what
first-
is that? What can you determine? What number is that?
All right, it's fine. I see.
It's 6. No, because
All right,
it's not
fine.
that legible, sir. It's not, no disrespect to you. Or
All right.
it looks like a 6 to me, so I'm just following the numerical order. Okay. The applicant states, my son was wearing school uniform with a Royal College logo, a white shirt, short sleeves and tie with black tackies, as well as long grey pants.
I'm not sure where you.
We're going to the last paragraph. Sorry, the third line.
That where.
So the one that we agreed was paragraph 6.
On
The last paragraph.
bottom, the bottom one.
Yes, the bottom one, the bottom paragraph. You read paragraph 5, correct? You just read out
You're reading statement for the applicant.
for the applicant, the missing person one on the 2nd of May. The one that was commissioned at 2026, sir?
Yes.
Yes.
No, but that is not what I have here.
What did you just read? You read from paragraph 5 shortly, where you said on the same day around
Yes.
3 o'clock, I
The
waited for my son.
paragraph that follows that one says, while at the police station.
Yes, sorry, my apologies. We're looking at the 3rd line of that paragraph.
You see, Mr. Knight.
My apologies, sorry. The 3rd line?
Okay, my son was wearing. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
It
You
says my
started
son was.
information.
Sorry, I'll repeat it because I saw you were not following. My son was wearing school uniform with Royal College logo, white shirt, short sleeve and tie, with black tackies as well as long grey pants.
Yes.
You agree that's there?
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, okay. Now, this was the statement given on the night of the 13th. When was the statement of the teacher and the guard recorded?
Let me go check. Okay.
Sorry, was the guard statement not taken for photocopy? Was it go? Was it handed to the police to make a copy?
Guard.
Oh, sorry, the teacher statement.
Yes. Oh, you see, you make me. look for
My apologies.
something that is
It
not
just
there.
came to me. The guard statement is in the docket still?
Yes.
Can you see the time and the date that it was commissioned?
This was commissioned on the 20th of May, 12:10, midday.
20th May, 12:10.
Yes.
Almost 7 days later. 7 days later, after the disappearance of Jayden.
The day.
Yes, from the 13th to the 20th, I'm saying it's almost 7 days later. Now, I put it to you that the applicant will state that, as per the description given on the night of the 13th, she dressed Jayden up that morning for school, and that he was wearing grey pants, white shirt, and a tie. You're not in a position to dispute that, sir?
No, I'm not.
Repeat. Right.
A grey long pants, white shirt, and a tie, and black tackies, Your Worship. Now you agree that we have three different descriptions of clothing. The teacher said he was wearing a tracksuit.
What is the date?
Oh, sorry, Your Worship, we don't have the statement back. It's gone for photocopy. The teacher that deposed to the affidavit. Oh, sorry, Your Worship, my colleague has a copy. Oh, sorry, it's back. I didn't see a sneak up on Your Worship.
I'm missing the call box.
They haven't met.
Please make it.
But once we are sorting that out, we should might give the copies of the photos. That is as a first.
Thank you.
As copies, it's 3 pages that were both, 2 of them as I described it today, which is the photo on the side.
Yeah, which is the defense confirmed receipts. Say.
Thank you. It is G for the record. Focus G1, G2,
Once the exhibits are being marked,
G3.
thank you, Worship. Sorry. Once the exhibits are being marked, I apologize, Worship, for interrupting. I'm not sure if the court was given a copy of the statement so that it can be marked well. The court is not.
I have to speak to the call box. I'm waiting for the call.
There's a copy. Oh, thank you.
Your Worship, just for the record, so if you can confirm.
Can someone go and make copies of the gate guard statement?
I'm not sure. Mr. Tico, do you still have the gate guard statement?
Yes, I think so.
Apologies, sorry. Taking out the 83
As a clerk, please. So do you confirm that the educator statement is dated the 15th of May 2025 and it was commissioned at 13:31?
What?
Sorry. The educator statement is dated the 15th of May 2025 and it was commissioned at 13:31.
Let me go to that statement. It's 8:13.
Yes, sir.
So you said I can confirm what?
The date and time. It was the 15th of May 2025 at 13:31 that afternoon that the statement was signed and commissioned.
That is correct.
Your Worship, would your court, would your Worship wish for me to wait for the statement of the, or can we proceed? Thank you, Worship. Now, sir, do you agree that there's 3 statements, one by the educator, one by the day shift guard, and one by the applicant? And all 3 have 3 different descriptions of the clothing that the child Jayden was wearing on the day in question.
Not totally.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
jacket is the same. And the teacher and someone else spoke about shirt, white shirt.
Okay, just bear with me. The teacher says that the child was wearing a tracksuit.
Red in color.
Yes, a tracksuit.
Mm.
The tracksuit, we're going to assume, is a pants and top, long pants and a top. Correct? That's
Yeah.
generally what a tracksuit would mean.
Assumption would depend with the person.
Okay. Did you get pictures of the school tracksuit for the docket
Yes.
from the school? Or
No.
no,
From Unit 13.
no. We're talking about the actual tracksuit of what the school issues. You don't have. So if I tell you the bottom is a long pants and the top is a jacket, that is a complete tracksuit.
Without the logo on.
No, with or without a logo, sir. With the logo. Let's just say it had a logo. You'd agree we're talking about a long pants and a jacket. That is a tracksuit.
Some people they say track bottom.
Okay.
If it's a trouser.
Yeah, but I'm rather not to raise a concern. As a copy is okay. You know, from the statement itself, Your Worship, in fact, I don't think the entire Okay, maybe just to get the point across quickly. I mean, the statement says he was wearing a red and white top with a navy stripe. It's found on the chest and a navy blue T-shirt with school logo and red and white pants. So perhaps if my colleague then, instead of making assumptions, so that we get the ball going a bit faster, perhaps if you can then ask around that as well.
As God please, Your Worship.
For the purpose of the record, there's a clear distinction drawn. Highly educated to tracksuit and then later to the description of a act.
As God please, Your Worship. Okay. Sir, do you confirm that the educator stated that the child was wearing a red and white pants in a statement?
He was. Oh, navy stripe.
No, the pants. We're talking about the pants. It was a red and white pants.
Yes, I see that is written on
That is written
on
there,
her
correct.
statement, on her statement, yes.
Yes, okay. Then do you confirm that the day shift guard said that the child was wearing a black shorts?
I don't have that statement with
Your
me now.
Worship? Oh, nobody has it. But from the notes, you stated black shorts.
If it's written like that, I
Oh,
cannot
there we are. The
dispute
statement
it.
is back, sir.
Thank you.
Do you have the statement of the guard back, sir?
Yes,
Statement of
yes.
security guard is not there.
As God pleases. Can you confirm that the security guard statement states that the child was wearing a black shorts?
Let me check.
Point
Go to the
32.
paragraph.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, Your Worship, my apologies.
You said what paragraph? What paragraph?
I'm not sure. I've only just been handed the statement, so I'm trying to. You just read it out for the record.
All right.
The
Yes, I see.
description of the
paragraph
clothing.
3. Paragraph 3.
paragraph 3.
Yes.
We're about
From line 4.
from line 4. I saw the white bus dropping off a colored boy dressed in a red jacket with a Royal College logo on it. He was also wearing a black short. Correct?
I see that.
Yes. So you confirm that the description of the bottom of what Jayden was wearing was a black short.
Yes, I do confirm.
And then if we refer you to the applicant statement, do you confirm that she stated that Jayden was wearing a grey long pants?
Yes.
So going back to my original question, do you confirm that we have 3 different descriptions of the clothing? Not all of the items, but
Yes,
let's talk about the bottoms only. 3 different bottoms on the same day, worn by the same child. You agree?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So there's contradictions in what the child was wearing or who saw the child wearing certain items of clothing.
I understand that.
Now, I put it to you, sir, that the applicant will state that the day shift guard stated that he never saw the child entering the complex on the day in question. So, yes, to the applicant. When the applicant approached him at around 4:30 or 5 p.m.,
Instructions.
may I just get the correct time? As a
Very
correct.
important.
Thank you, Ashok. The accused will state that it was around 5 p.m. after she searched the complex that she approached the day shift guard to confirm whether Jayden had entered the complex, and he stated that no, he did not see him entering, or did he witness the transport dropping him off on the day in question.
Based on the information given that was presented before this court yesterday, I would say no. There were OB copies that were presented here showing that there was never a report made before 6. No, any report made to security. And the security on his statement, the statement that you've just received, said nothing was ever reported to him. Therefore, there was never a communication between the security and the applicant with regards to the missing child.
Let's pause there.
Should I leave to approach the accused?
Let's pause on the issue of that you were saying that the report was made to the security.
Yes.
Thank you, Worship.
Let's just clarify the point, or at least there in the OB entries or the statement, you get this assertion from that shows that the report was made before 6 o'clock.
Let me go there, Worship. I wasn't. Your Worship, with your permission, can I, Mr. Duma, what reference is it? The OB. OB.
Please exhibit C.
821.
821. Oh, thank you.
I have the OB report open as well as the statement.
821.
From the statement, I gathered that the security guard left at 6 o'clock from day shift.
That is correct.
Averagely, there was nothing reported to you. And I understand when you were saying, if you say no report has been made before 6 o'clock, what time was the report first made to any security?
I think it's 2000. I'm looking for this. It's 2000 something after 8.
Let's interrogate that evidence.
I'm looking for
So the
it.
question is, what was the time
I'll-
the report for the first time to the security?
Once I get to that, Your Worship, I'll give you time. It was highlighted yesterday. Oh, I've found it.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, the day shift security guard started on the 13th of May 2025. He started his shift at 6 o'clock a.m. till
You are
8.
reading from Exhibit C for the record.
Yes, he started at 6 o'clock a.m. and reported off at 1800 hours, and there's no report made. It's highlighted at 2030. That was the first report made.
So for the record, the first report was made at 2030.
That's correct, Your Worship.
And that is the reference to Exhibit C. Please proceed.
Let's go, please. Now, so where are we on the OB entries? On 821, page 1, what's the last diary entry number?
That's Exhibit C.
Exhibit C, yes, Your Worship.
Where are you now?
The occurrence book register.
Yes, this one.
Okay, it's Exhibit C for us. It's 821 for you.
All right.
Okay. If you look right at the bottom,
Yes.
the first column, serial number.
Yes.
Okay.
So, just for the record, remember that 2 pages, Joseph, sorry, it's 2 pages of the office. So, is it the first,
The first page. I mentioned page 1, Your Worship.
and the time?
Okay. If you look at page 1, at 2 a.m. that morning, the last entry on page 1.
Yes, I see.
What's the serial number of the entry?
Looking at the sequence, I would say 386, 387, 388.
388.
Suppose.
Okay. Now, the accused, or the applicant, sorry, will state that when she went to the guard, the day shift guard, prior to 6 p.m., a diary entry was made and her number was given to him. Sorry, Your Worship.
Entry made
An entry was made
in the OB.
in the OB
Hold on. And
and the applicant supplied him with her telephone number.
hold on. Because timelines are of the essence of this matter.
Your Worship, it was around 5 p.m.
Worked prior to 6.
Oh, my apologies, Your Worship. But
Take
prior to...
instructions.
No, no.
Take instructions.
Yes, God, please. Thank you, Your Worship. Okay, the applicant will state that it was around 5 p.m. where she approached the guard. An OB entry was made around 5 p.m. by the guard, where she supplied him with a telephone number and informed him that she was going to walk up to the shop to check for Jayden, and that if Jayden showed up, he must contact her telephonically so she'll come back to Swazi Place.
Hold on.
Is that recorded on the OB entry?
No.
The applicant will further state that just before 7 p.m., she can't remember the exact time, her mother had sent a friend by the name of Mpo, who is the mother's lift club driver, to fetch the accused from Swazi Place and take her to the Florida SAPS, as the accused had no transport. And at that stage, had supplied the night shift guard with both the accused telephone number and her brother Qan's telephone number, which was also recorded in the OB entry.
There is no such record.
Hold on.
Now the accused will state that the next morning, when there was some, I'll use the word arguments, for want of a better word, between the security guards, the accused family, and the police, etc., about the child, and nobody contacting her telephonically to inform her that the child's body was found on the staircase, when in fact her number was in the OB entry.
Hold on.
Sorry, Your Worship. So there was an argument when the accused and her family arrived at the scene when the child's body was found, that the night shift guard had recorded the accused and her brother's telephone numbers in the OB entries. Yet the night shift guard elected to phone the transporter, who in turn phoned the accused to inform her almost 50 minutes later that the child's body had been located. Are you aware of this?
No, I'm not.
Hold on.
And at some time later, when the applicant and her family returned from the hospital, they went to take a picture of the OB book, and the page from the OB book had mysteriously disappeared.
I'm not aware of that.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
I'm just asking, with the court's permission, so I'm just trying to get the sequence of how the statement is being phrased. So the allegation is that, okay, the applicant and her family came late. They took photos of the OP book, and then fine, some time later, then the OP book disappeared.
No, they did not get a chance.
We did not, Your Worship.
Thank you, Your Worship.
They did not take a picture of the OB book, Your Worship. The page that they intended taking a picture of was missing. Which the next question will make relevance, Your Worship. Okay. Now, sir, you remember I referred you to the last entry, the number.
Yes.
What number was it again?
I said, looking at the sequence of the numbers from above, this could be 388.
Okay. Now turn to the second page. What is the first number on the second page of the OB?
45444.
No, sir. The first entry
No.
on the top of the page.
No, since it's like that, I have to look like the way you've looked before.
Oh, my apology. Going back. No, I'm asking not the first, not the last. The first
I understand.
one. Okay, thank
I
you.
understand. 0401. I would say it's for 0401, even though it's not clear.
Okay, and the second entry?
0402.
Can you tell us where's the OB entries from 389 to 400?
No, I cannot tell.
If we're following the sequence of numerical entries, you would agree that at 0200 that morning, the night shift guard made an entry 388/05/2025, correct?
That's true. 02, then to 04.
Yes, and then he goes to 4 a.m., which is entry number 401/05/2025.
I see what you are pointing to.
Yes. Now you agree, if we're looking at numerical order, entries number 389 to entry number 400 is missing from this OB book.
Yes, I see what you are pointing. I have
Do
never.
you have a comment?
Yes, what I can do is to go check the original book if there's no mistakes made.
Did you bring
Yes,
it to
I
court?
can. Yes, I can worship.
Another question. Were you the person who photocopied the OB book?
No,
Who made those copies, sir?
I cannot recall who did the copies.
It's not certified either.
Not yet.
Not yet.
All the more reason to bring the original.
Yes. You mean not yet? When were you intending on certifying the document, sir? If it's an exhibit in the courtroom?
I may have overlooked that due to the volume of the work I had. Not to say I didn't certify it intentionally. I know it has to be certified.
You overlooked it, or you didn't think that I'll be asking you this question today?
With the original available, in looking at what you pointed out, I think it's still the time to certify it to be the true copy, if it is a true copy.
Okay. You are the investigating officer.
Yes, I am.
All right. You cannot recall whether you made the copies or somebody
No,
else made the
I'm
copies?
not the one that made the copies. I just cannot recall who made the copies.
Who is in possession of the original OB book? Or occurrence book, sorry.
It's the security company.
How are you going to certify it if you were not the person who made the copies?
When I see the original, I will certify it to be the true copy, if it's from the original.
And if the original is no longer available?
I cannot certify it.
But you agree that whoever was tasked with photocopying this book photocopied 2 consecutive pages with the 13th of May flowing into the 14th of May. You agree?
Yes, I agree.
Then you'd also agree that entries number 389 to 400 are missing.
No, I cannot say they are missing. I don't know what is happening. Only when I see the original OB, I'll understand what is happening.
Sir, I don't know if you're trying to be evasive. Look at the first page. Okay, Your Worship, I'll withdraw that statement. My apologies. Let's quickly go through. Look at the first page. Start from the top.
I'm on the first page.
All right, you're on the first page.
Yes.
It starts from entry number 347.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
You agree?
Yes.
Night shift report of duty, Joe and Tambo. I think so.
Yes.
Okay. Then the second entry, it's entry number 347 again.
Yes.
Okay. Then he goes 348, 349, etc. And he comes down to 388. Everything up until 388 is in numerical order, you agree? Until it jumps to 401.
Yes. I see that.
Okay. So you agree in between, if we follow the numerical sequence, we would be looking for where is entries number 389 to 400.
Only when I see the...
Yes, but common sense dictates, if the guards were following numerical order, those are the numbers that are missing.
I think there...
As a copy, Your Worship. We are failing with this witness. All right, sir. We'll leave that. Let's move on to the guards. The statement you received, from the guard. What nationality is the day shift guard?
Congolese.
Congolese.
Yes.
And what nationality is the night shift guard?
Both of them are Congolese nationals.
Both of them.
Yes.
Have their statuses been verified by you? Your Worship, it will become relevant, Your Worship.
Please leave the defense opportunity.
Has their status been verified, sir?
No,
No. So you don't know if they are illegal immigrants?
no.
Okay. Are you familiar with the SIRA Act?
Yes,
What is that act, sir?
is that any person that is rendering security service provider must be registered with private security industry regulatory authority.
Your Worship, with the leave of the court, may I hand in copies? I've taken the liberty of making copies so we don't have to send the orderly running back and forth. My apologies. Your Worship, I made a copy for the court as well.
Thank you.
Thank you. And the witness, Your Worship. Sir, I've got the entire act in my possession, but just to save time, I've made a copy of the relevant section, section 23 of, let me just get the citation correct, Your Worship. The Private Security Industry Regulatory Authority Act. Now, Private Security Industry Regulation, Act 56 of 2001. Okay? You confirm that you have section 23 there?
2A, 23 years I
Section
see.
23 of the Act.
Mm.
Okay. If you turn over the second page, it's typed out more clearly and visibly for you to read. Okay. Now it states that for a person to be registered by SIRA, they have to be South African citizens. Yes or no, sir?
You can give me time to verify what you are saying. I cannot rely on this because I don't know where is this from. And
No.
I see foreign nationals being part of the security industry. As to how they are regulated, I cannot just agree with you with what you are presenting to me. I have never made a research to what you have made the research on. So for me to ascertain myself, you'll have to give me time, do my homework with regards to that.
All right. Just for argument's sake, and if I am misleading you, the court will stop me. Section 23 of the Act states that, sorry, Your Worship, any natural person applying for registration in terms of Section 21(1) may be registered as security service provider if the applicant is fit and proper person to render a service, a security service, and is a citizen or has permanent resident status in South Africa. Okay. Have you verified whether these Congolese are South African citizens?
I wasn't there to verify nationality of those people. I was there to obtain statements with regards to the matter that I was investigating. Therefore, it was not my interest to check. I'm not regulating SIRA. I'm working for SAPS doing this work, so I wasn't there for that.
So there's a possibility that both these witnesses are also illegal immigrants, correct?
This is where my problem is. I'm rising to object. That's why I was asking from the on-site worship, because now my colleague is speculating. So if he's going to say that, then he must take it as a fact and also give us authority for that assertion.
Your Worship, it's not an assertion. I'm asking if there's a possibility. It's not been verified.
This objection stands. It's going to require speculation at this point in time in the absence of anything.
As the court pleases, Your Worship. So,
Yes, Mr. Naidu.
prior to the next court date, would you be, if you are afforded the opportunity, will you be able to give us the status verification of both your witnesses?
On what capacity?
On the basis that if,
I want you to get to the relevance.
Your Worship, the relevance is that the state is relying on the statement of this day shift and night shift guard to place the child at Swazi Place on the day in question. If there is a possibility that those both guards are arrested in terms of Section 49 of the Immigration Act, they can be deported. So they won't be available to the state to testify at trial stage.
I had a completely different picture in my head as to where this will go. I did not think we were going to argue this.
Yeah.
I thought that you were going to tie the boat with motive.
Sorry, Your Worship?
No, it's not.
Okay. So,
Leave that aspect.
we'll leave that aspect for argument, Your Worship. Now, in going further with respect of the guards, the applicant will state that the day shift guard, the incident was reported to him and he denied ever seeing the child. He stated that he never saw the child enter the complex, neither can he confirm whether the child entered and left. However, the night shift guard confirmed that he saw Jayden-Lee in the vicinity of the complex on the day in question, being the 13th of May.
I'm not aware of that.
And the night shift guard gave a description to the applicant that the child was wearing a vest and a shorts and was seen in the common area on the day. Is there any statement by the night shift guard?
Yes, there is.
Did he give a description of the clothing, or did he confirm whether he saw the child on the day in question?
No, I can check.
Thank you.
You wanted to know if the night shift.
Guard had seen the child on the day in question.
I made a statement to that effect.
Correct.
So must I read his statement?
Just go through the statement and see if there's any mention of what the applicant.
But I don't recall him saying he has seen the child.
Just read through it. Whilst waiting for the I actually in the statement, what time will your client reportedly have been informed by the night shift guard of this? What time?
Oh, Your Worship, may I believe so. Thank you, Your Worship. Your Worship, it was around 5 p.m. The applicant will also state that the night shift guard was residing upstairs in Swazi Place. So he was already on the premises for the duration of that day and was waiting to come on duty at 6 p.m. So both the guards were together at the guardhouse when she approached them and informed them of the disappearance of Jayden.
No, there's nowhere where he says that. And his address is somewhere else, not there. And the owners of the flat, they said this security guard has never had an occupation in that building.
Well, the tenants and the residents will say otherwise, but that's a matter for evidence at the trial stage.
No, this night shift security
No
guard,
description of the
no,
child's clothing.
no,
Okay.
no.
Well, the applicant will state that she was informed that Jayden was seen there and he was wearing a white vest and a shorts, but to her knowledge, he never come home and changed.
No, the security started talking about the missing child from 2030. Nothing before that time.
Night shift guard.
Yes, Your Worship.
I see it's 1:10. The next point is of very vital importance to the defense. I'm not sure if if the court wants to take a short adjournment for the benefit of the staff and accused before I started that cross-examination.
Yes, this is going on. We will reconvene at exactly 4:02.
As the court pleases.
Yes, thanks, Your Worship.
to frame I'm going to
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah!
Apologies, I should silent color page. I apologize. The copies this.
Ask the warden to give the public company business on
We want.
Thank you.
That's conclusive. Thank you, Worship. We are calling case SH233 of 2025.
Thank you. On resumption of the short lunch adjournment, which is warning you slightly that you're still under oath to speak the truth and nothing else but the truth. Do you understand?
I understand, Your Worship.
Thank you, Worship. Sergeant, you confirm advising the court that the applicant's statement was commissioned around 2026 on the night of the 13th of May 2025 in respect of the missing persons docket.
Yes, I do.
And you also advised that the first time that the missing person report was made to the night shift guard or to any guard was around 2030 that night.
That's true.
Do you have a statement of confirmation from the guard confirming the time that the missing child was reported to you?
I have the statement, but as to whether it's that noted, I will have to check.
That's fine. Also, can you check who was the person who reported the child missing to him? Was it the applicant herself or some other party?
Can I read how is it written?
Yes, we're waiting for you to confirm.
On Tuesday, 2025-05-13 at about 20:30, I was in the guard room at Swazi Place busy writing my OB. Came two unknown males and one unknown female and opened the gate for I opened the gate for them as they were coming from outside the complex. I didn't have remote to open the gate. The three of them came to the window of the guard room and asked me to come out of the guard room. I did came out and went to them. When I spoke to them, they asked me if I know about the child that was missing, and I told them I don't have any report from the day shift OB.
Hold on.
I told them I started working at 1800 hours. They told me that there was a child that was missing from 1700 hours. They showed me the picture of the child that was missing. And they asked me if I knew the child, and I agreed that I know the child. I always see the child in the morning.
Do you know how long those security guards were working at that security complex?
No, Your Worship.
This is something that's easily ascertainable
Yes, Your Worship.
from the employer.
Yes, Your Worship.
Please proceed.
That's good. Jesus.
Inspector Sharp was still reading. He was still reading.
Oh,
He agreed and said he also saw the child in the morning. Continue from there.
okay, I know the child. I always see the child in the morning. When I am doing day shift, the child's going to school, being picked by transport. That was his explanation to those people.
Thank you. May I just have leave to approach the accused?
Yes.
Thank you, Worship. Now, the applicant will, in keeping with the court's questions, will state that she and Jayden had only been living there for 2.5 months, so she's unaware as to how long the night shift guard was working at Swazi Place, but she can confirm that the day shift guard was only employed there for 1 week prior to Jayden's disappearance.
No, I cannot say anything to that.
But you can verify that for us,
Yes, I
for
can.
clarity purposes. Thank you. Okay. If you'd make reference to the, before I forget, there's no mention in the statement that it was the applicant who informed the night shift guard of the disappearance of Jayden, correct?
Only later, after the paragraph I was reading, I saw
Oh.
that she came together with the police now.
What time is that, sir? If you, the time mentioned?
At 2200 hours.
2200 hours.
Yes. Okay. After he was informed by these people and they showed him the picture, those people left. He then reported the incident in his OB and carried on with his work. On Tuesday, 2025-05-13, at about 2200 hours, the police and the mother of the missing child and her family parked outside the gate, and I opened the gate for them to enter the complex. and the police came to me and asked me if I know about the missing child. And I know about the missing child from 2000 hours 30 minutes. And there was no report made by the day shift security guard to that incident. That was the explanation he gave to the family and the police officers that came at that time.
So, in keeping with the questioning, at 20:30 when the incident was reported, the guard did not confirm that it was the applicant who reported it to him at
Said
first.
unknown people only specify when she came with the police that it's the mother of the missing child.
Now, if we can go back to the guard's OB entries, 821.
There's a copy of the statement that
That's a good piece.
Yes, I'm there.
I'm not sure you're going to end the statement. The
Which one?
the one we've dealt with.
court requested a copy of the night shift guard statement first, before we proceed.
Apologies.
All right.
Alice Munganga was the date.
Thank you, Ashok. Okay. Are we on the same page now? Okay. If you
Yes,
look at the OB entry, just to confirm before, the night shift guard, sorry, at what time did you get to Swazi Place on the 14th of May 2025?
On the 14th,
14th, yes.
myself,
Yes.
I got there around 3, after 3.
Was the day shift guard on duty or the night shift guard?
Both guards were there.
So the night shift guard was still on duty, or he was present but not on duty?
Both guards were there.
Okay. What I'm asking is that the night shift guard obviously worked from 6 p.m. on the 13th to 6 a.m.
With the situation that I explained yesterday, that the place was overcrowded, I believe they were assisting each other to control the situation. So even though whether according to them officially he was on duty or not, but he was present, both of them were present. As to whether they were doing overtime or he was just there, I cannot tell. Why was it there, the other one?
All right. Now, if you look at the entries, if you look at entry number or serial number 347 of 5/20/25, 6 a.m.
347 on the first page.
On the first page, yes, sorry. 347/05/2025.
Yes.
Can you see the word order on the second line, it says day shift on duty, Alex Munganga, situation report, all in order on site.
Yes.
You see the word order.
Yes.
Okay. Now, if you go down to entry number 382 and entry number 384, 05-2025, 382 and 384,
Yes.
the word order also appears on those entries, correct?
Yes.
Is the handwriting the same?
Yo.
Look at the words, it's distinct. I know you're not a handwriting expert, sir, but look at the word order.
I see the order, but like you said, I'm not a handwriting expert. I cannot say anything to that.
Okay, but looking at it as a lay person, is that is,
I asked that we don't venture into that question because then the witness will be caught in whatever opinion that might be trying to express.
Will stand.
as a court pleases. Okay, sir, we'll move on. Now, there's entries for the night of the 13th to the 14th, correct?
Yes.
With the handwriting of the night shift guard. We would assume it's the night shift guard on duty alone, making the entries in the OB.
The duty arrangements, I cannot tell you who was writing, not writing. Therefore, I cannot say anything to who was writing.
Failure. Do you not question the guard as to who makes the end? Are there more than one guard on duty at any given time? Do you know?
I don't know the arrangements between the client and the security service provider, how many guards are supposed to be on duty.
Did
I
you
was
not?
just there to do my duties.
Did
so
you not inquire?
No, I didn't, Mr. Knight.
Okay, no problem, sir. If you look at the OB entries for Thursday, the 15th of May 2025,
Yes.
would you agree it's the identical same handwriting for the 14th?
I see the writing.
Is it identical?
Yes, it is.
But that would be the day shift guard's duties, correct?
Yes, it's the day shift.
Thank you. Okay. Now, may I move on, Your Worship? Let's move on to 4 a.m. on the second page.
Yes.
This is entry number 401 05-2025.
Yes.
Okay. Situation report: the mother came to change clothes and go back to the police station. Is that correct?
That is what is written.
Yes. Am I
see.
reading correctly? I'm not
Yes, yes.
reading the
you're
court.
reading.
Entry number 402 of 5-2025, 5 a.m. Situation report. I cannot make out what's written, but it says, go out of the complex. The child still.
It would look like two. I want to say 200.
It could be 10 minutes, Your Worship. Situation report.
Okay, but go out of the complex.
Okay, go out of the complex. The child is still missing, and mother go outside, but I cannot understand the word. She did not.
Realize.
But I realize she did not change any clothes, and outside there was no Uber or Bolt. She just walk away. Is that correct, sir?
That is what is written.
Okay. Now, on Monday afternoon, towards the latter part of the afternoon, you were giving your evidence and you stated that at some stage the mother was informed of the child's body being found, and she took quite a long time to get back to Swazi Place after receiving the phone call. Do you remember that?
Yes, the statement reads that she took a while.
Correct. Now, you went on further to state that at some stage before, the applicant had taken 10 minutes to get to Swazi Place. But the second time around, it took much longer.
That is correct.
Okay. Now, you further testified to the effect that the applicant was seen by the day shift guard at 4 a.m. that morning at Swazi Place, correct?
That is the information given, yes.
Yes. And you confirmed that with the witness statement.
Yes,
A witness has deposed under oath that at 4 a.m. the applicant was there and around 5 a.m. she left Swazi Place.
that is what is given.
And she returned back after the child's body was located.
That is correct.
Okay. Now, is that a true statement or false statement? According to your knowledge and your investigations.
I'm not sure what I'm asking the witness to give an opinion on.
Okay, this here was the question I
Okay, sir.
wanted to get.
After thorough investigation of the timeline, do you believe that that witness, if called to testify at the trial, will be misleading the court under oath or will be giving a true reflection of the events?
That's the thing.
Court speculation.
May I continue then, Your Worship? I'll withdraw that. Now, Sergeant, is it correct you are in possession of evidence confirming that the accused was never there between 4 and 5 a.m. that morning?
I don't understand that question.
What made you make a comment that it took the accused 10 minutes to get there from the time she departed her mother's house to Swazi Place on that morning?
Let me check on my tower locations. The person that can explain the tower location thing as to how was she moving from the towers in Florida to Fleoff is an expert. I cannot explain this part. as
Totally
to
understand. Let me assist
When
you.
did he move from one tower to the other?
Okay.
That
Yosh-
places her in Fleoff from Florida after she spent time in Florida.
The applicant also deposed to a statement, correct? At some stage, to you, after the
Yes, yes.
incident. It's in the docket.
Yes,
Okay. You recall the part of the evidence of the applicant where she left out that she returned to Swazi Place on the morning when Jayden-Lee was.
yes, I do.
My instructions were to strategically leave it out of the affidavit. The reason being, when the applicant was arrested, sorry, Your Worship. Thank you, Your Worship.
Yes,
Sorry.
strategically because
Your Worship, just before I continue with that, I just want to ask one question. Sir, any documents contained in the docket, is the time of death recorded?
Time of death.
Yes.
Let me check on the.
It's not in the postmortem. You don't have to bother looking at that document.
All right.
No, any other document besides the postmortem?
No, I asked the doctor whether can they tell as to at the time the child was pronounced dead, how long. They say they are unable to do that, not unless they are called to the scene where the person is found there and there, then they can estimate, not to give an exact time. In this case, then the child was brought to the hospital. Police officers couldn't call any doctor to the scene.
So, the postmortem that we have in our possession, is that going to be the final postmortem report that's going to be used at the trial, or will a more thorough postmortem be filed
This is the final postmortem.
with no indication of time whatsoever, of time of death?
When the doctor gave this postmortem, he said this is the final, not unless you have specifications that you'll be requesting, then I can.
I think we almost touched on this aspect.
I understand you, but
Where
it's,
the court said at the postmortem assist in giving us a window.
okay.
And in this postmortem specifically, there was no real mention. Colors, yes, of wounds, reddish, green, yellow, but no indication if it was fresh or healed. Because those are the words that
Yeah.
normally would assist in getting a timeline as
Correct.
to how long it was there. I feel that has
No,
been
but
made.
Your Worship, the point is not about the postmortem. We're just trying to
Can
establish.
still come and
Yes,
testify
yes, Your Worship.
about those aspects.
Thank you, Your Worship.
As the court pleases. Now, sir, the reason I said that the accused instructed me to strategically leave out the time of death is because when she was arrested, it's either you or somebody in your team that affected the arrest had told her that the time of death was around 4 a.m. that morning, between 4 a.m. and 5 a.m., and that's what was told to her as the time of death of Jayden-Lee.
I don't know who told her that. I cannot say anything to it.
Okay. And the reason why the accused instructed me to strategically leave that out is because you are in possession of a phone as well, where she deposed to a statement and confirmed a time of arrival at Swazi Place that morning. Can you refer to the statement of the applicant?
Yes, I can. Where she mentions times.
Yes. Because you emphasize the point that when you were following the timeline, you felt it somewhat irregular that the applicant did not mention that she came back to Swazi Place in the morning when Jayden was found. But that's incorrect because she gave you a statement under oath confirming she was there. Is that not so?
That is correct.
Then why were you emphasizing the point to the court to try to mislead the court that she never told you that she was, well, it's not contained in the affidavit, but I mean, it's not to your knowledge that she was there that morning?
No. There, I was asking about the affidavit handed in by the applicant, not about the affidavit he gave to me.
Okay.
So you're mixing two things now.
My apologies. But at some stage, the applicant did tell you that she was present at Swazi Place that morning.
Yes.
You can confirm that?
Yes, I can read it to you.
Okay. Just only read the part where the applicant states that she came back to Swazi Place.
All right. Okay. I left with my mother to her place. We arrived at 1:55. We were awake all the time. I took a bolt on 2025-05-14 at about 5:12, and I arrived at 5:22 at my place, which is Swazi's place. I refreshed myself.
Can
and
you just
I
go a little slower, sir? Just give us the times again. You're going so far, I don't even think.
Okay,
Her
I'm
worship
very
about it.
apologetic about that one.
Just start with the bolts. She
At 5:12, she took a bolt and she arrived at
5:22.
So that is where you got the information about the 10-minute trip previously,
Yes,
correct?
yes.
And what time did she depart?
I refreshed myself and I left again at 5:47, back to my mother's place.
05:47.
Yes.
Okay. Your Worship, with the leave of the court, may I have leave to hand up the copy of the trip confirmation for the Bolt taxi?
yes.
It was
It's
down.
there. It's just marked the affidavit of the.
That's good.
It's marked K, Exhibit K. The affidavit of Joe Munda. driver confirmation. I see there's a name on top. The day and then the times at the bottom.
Thanks, Your Worship.
What does this mean?
Your Worship, this is the ball trip that was ordered by the applicant, and it shows that she boarded the ball taxi from 10 Hull Street and she got off at Swazi Place in Daffodil Street on the morning of the 14th of May 2025, confirming the time that she got into the ball taxi at 5:12 and alighted it at 5:22. Now, the evidence of this is contained in the phone that the investigating officer has in his possession. Hence, yesterday I had requested for the cell phone to be brought so we can verify this.
Thank you. All for the record.
As God please. Now, sir, in keeping with the timeline, according to the accused or the applicant, you agree that between 4 and 5 a.m. the applicant was never there?
I cannot answer that question because it's her saying that and you having this as a proof that indeed she traveled the way she traveled and the person has given his statement. So I don't know whether the other person that talks about 4 can come and give something else. So that can be confirmed by both of them before this court.
Nothing else can be confirmed, sir. You have a OB entry confirming at 4 a.m. the applicant arrived. At 5 a.m. she left. You've got a sworn statement under oath that confirms that. At 4 a.m. the applicant arrived. At 5 a.m. she departed.
So
Do you agree?
Mr. Naidu, you're saying I must refute the statement talking about 4?
No, I'm saying let's accept your witness's version that he deposed to an affidavit under oath
That's
to
true.
say that the applicant was there at 4 o'clock and she left at 5 a.m. Right? He made an OB entry to that effect. And yet the applicant can prove that she has an alibi. Between 4 and 5 a.m. she was at her mother's place of residence. And she only left there at 5:12 when the Bolt ride arrived.
Hold on.
Thank you. Now the applicant was also informed that the time of death, according to the postmortem, which we now know has no time on it, was between 4 and 5 a.m. when the applicant was never on the premises.
Is there a question?
No, it's not. It's a statement. The question is, do you have a credible witness who deposed under oath to confirm the applicant was there between 4 and 5 after seeing?
I'm not in position to say a witness is credible or not. I think there are people who are at liberty to say or to answer to your question.
The court can make a finding on that at a later stage on credibility.
And Mr. Naidu, I also need to.
So you don't get to. Oh, you're adding or you're asking me a question?
No, I'm adding on
Oh.
and answering. With what you are saying, it's like me. I have to align times. I cannot align. I obtain statements the way people are giving them. I cannot align timelines for the sake of making collaboration to situations. So I have to obtain the statement of the applicant the way she gave it to me, and my colleague obtained the statement of the other witness the way he gave his statements. Therefore, we couldn't say no, man. The other witness has said no. We
No.
obtained statements the way they are given.
I totally agree with you. But you agree that there's going to be severe contradictions when we actually get to the trial as to the whereabouts of the accused between 4 and 5 a.m.
I think the time will tell.
Okay. Now, before we conclude, I see it's almost 1:30, Your Worship.
Yes, sir.
Now, you are in possession of the applicant's phone, correct?
It's in possession of the state.
My apologies. Is it in the SAP 13?
That's true.
Okay. Now, the phone, if the phone is switched on, it will confirm that bolt ride, according to the applicant. Will you be able to make it available on the next court date so that we can access it?
Yes, I can.
And also, sorry, Your Worship, in respect of the time of departure, can you confirm what time the applicant departed?
From where?
From the records on your
From
ping
her
loop.
mother's place or from her place of
From-
residence?
From her mother's place of residence to Swazi place on that morning?
She left at 12 minutes past 5.
5.
Yes.
And she arrived at Swazi place at 5:22. Can you confirm that?
Yes, you have given us this document.
So you confirming and
And when
agreeing
she
with
was
her?
giving me statement, she was looking at her phone. And I never doubted her whether to say, she's not telling me the truth. No.
Okay. So in saying that, the fact that you are accepting the accused version and you agreeing that she only arrived at Swazi place at 5:22, when you testified, it was incorrect for you to state that the applicant was at Swazi place from 4 a.m. that morning.
No, you were referring me to the OB made by the security. I was reading.
I did not lead your evidence, sir. It was my colleague.
No, I was reading the entry made on the OB that reads as 4 o'clock in the morning. So not to say I was saying that, but you made me to go and read. I was reading what is written.
No. Forget cross-examination. We talk about Monday afternoon. On Monday afternoon, you pause to bring it to the court's attention that you found it strange that the accused had failed to put in an affidavit that at 4 a.m. that morning she was at Swazi place. Correct?
In the morning of that morning.
Yes.
That was never mentioned. That was my concern as to why that was left out. Yes, I did raise it up.
And yet when you mention it, you had already known that the accused was never there at 4 a.m. because you had a sworn affidavit from her confirming she only arrived at 5:22. What was your intention?
My intention was to reflect on a situation that the applicant was at Swazi's place that morning, and that was never recorded on her affidavit.
But you specifically
Because it
gave a
was
time,
left-
sir.
it was left
You
out.
specifically said 4 a.m. and it's recorded. We can play back the tapes for you if you want.
No, for me to mention any time, whether her time or the security time, those are the times given here. And at that time, you didn't give me this. I didn't have this to verify the times given.
Yes, it
You
was,
only-
like I said, it was strategically left out because we wanted to show that the depth that you are trying to place the applicant at Swazi place at 4 a.m. when it's purportedly the time of death of the deceased. I'm not going to go on further on this aspect, Your Worship. I see it's almost 1:30. If we can adjourn the proceeding at this stage, and I'll start afresh with the next point.
Just for the record, so we start fresh tomorrow. There's nothing purporting the time of death at this juncture.
Yes, Your Worship.
You're poorly and purely acting on instruction.
On instructions, I apologize.
So there's nothing for the record that purports time of death.
As
Let's leave it at that.
as the court pleases.
Your Worship, I'm so sorry. You asked me to bring the book.
Yes.
Now I booked it out from the SAP
I
13.
can see, and the seal is still intact,
Yes.
and there was no photo taken of that page.
I can verify. I can verify on photos.
What will the challenge be in breaking the seal?
No, there's no problem in me breaking it because I've got another pack, another forensic pack to
Let's do
reseal
now.
it.
If that's out of the way, let's break the seal. Whilst the record is still running. Thank you. The exhibit bag has been handed to the investigating officer's focus and reason for getting off a new forensic bag. The court is requesting that the seal be broken. Read into the record the seal that is being broken. Read the seal number into the record.
The seal number reads as P4B.
SP
P4B 000 3636 54.
Thank you. Remove the one item that was discussed, which is the school book, for 15 today's work. That is all. Sergeant, you could remove from the black school bag what reports to be one hard copy book. Open the page. And it's now page into the page in question.
Why do I take it, Your Worship?
Just go through the witness stand. Is their name appearing on the front of that black part of the book? What does the book belong to?
On the cover, it's not written, Your Worship.
Inside?
Inside, there's somewhere where it's written, but it's work. Jayden, hello. Hunter, hello. Hunter. What is your name? Jayden, my name is Jayden. Jayden, what is your name? Hunter, my name is Hunter. It was schoolwork, but for
In
this,
response to the question, the name Jayden's been inserted.
yes, Your Worship.
Go to the page.
To the page of the 13th May 2025.
I agree.
I think I took the wrong book, Your Worship, because I don't understand Afrikaans. Can I take the book maybe that is written in English?
Yes. The one where the day's work is appearing. It's the day question.
This one appears, but it's written in Afrikaans.
I want to see the book that you had inside too. That had the date on. Was it that?
Yes, this one.
It's that one that you have to. Because that is the one question.
I'm sure it's not only one book that has a
I
work.
understand that, but refer to the one with
Okay, there's work for the 13. Blood says 60. Dinsdag,
So it's the 13th of,
May 2025.
and then stuff is like written there, and it's got the class work for the day.
Yes, Your Worship.
Do you think, just take a picture of that page?
That's completely Your
It
Worship.
is still your photograph of that page. You can place the exhibit back into the forensic bag and seal it in the presence of the court now, so that the seal number is placed on the page. Can you take a picture of that one?
Your Worship, I'm just switching my phone on.
Yes. Defense.
Your Worship, Your Worship, my apologies. Before the
1 second.
the bag is sealed, now that it has been open and exposed, can the contents of the bag also? No, this.
No.
That's good, please.
You could link it to one page and one page only. Please close the bag and seal it.
Before it closes it,
Yes?
did the court wanted a copy of that page?
Yes.
Because you can just make it in the machine and then it doesn't need to take.
No, what I said was, take a photograph. You can still send it to yourself and print it out. I want that to be sealed now. Now, time is of the essence.
No, it's fine. I was just asking you, or the court doesn't want the pages anymore.
The state as a culprit, and send it yourself. You can respond to the feedback. Yeah,
Not the one I would like to see the picture.
Mr. Knight,
I'll
please send-
WhatsApp it to my colleague, Your Worship.
Please place the bag, the school bag back into the new exhibit bag, as well as the bag with the statement, and read the seal number into the record.
Keep it plastic. Keep it there. Just make sure that it's a little plastic. Just put it in, yeah, plastic.
Please assist 1,000 people.
I think it's the other bag is making it bulgy.
The new seal evidence bag number is PW 3000 583561.
Repeat for the record.
PW 3000 583561.
Take instructions from your client that she was satisfied that the bag was opened yesterday. The seal was broken, the exhibit was removed, the photograph taken was placed back into the new exhibit bag and was sealed in the present. Take instructions
Yes,
and
go,
how they
please.
can conform to the record.
Your Worship, the accused confirms that the seal was broken and the bag was resealed in her presence. She has no objections to say.
Madam, will the court have a copy of that page? We will mark it accordingly. For today's proceedings, we have arranged earlier to hold them at time. Did you say Friday?
Friday, Your Worship.
You had explained to your client your unavailability to them.
Yes, Your Worship. I have explained to her.
Is that right, Ms. Meek? He has explained to you.
Your Worship, I also can confirm I've sent the photographs via WhatsApp to Mr. Duma. He can,
Yes, you will arrange as long as I get a copy.
as a copy,
Ms.
please.
Meek, you can stand. We have already arranged in chambers that the matter is to be remanded to Friday for the continuation of these proceedings. My custody will be brought back Friday morning. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Court's adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.